see. Just let's go. So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't work you out. You should cut off all distraction. It's all on you now. And just give me some reaction. Just won't work you out. I like the way you move. Really wanna get with you. Don't just stand there teasing me. Now it's time to show it through.
All right, you're welcome back. We're joined now once again by more nominees for the Future Awards 2017. In the professional service category, I have here with me Fane Williams, an activation manager, and of course, Mohammed Madugu, a pilot. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Congratulations on being nominated, first of all. Let me find your age. You're 27.
Seven.
How long have you worked for in professional? How long has professional life been?
Okay, so I've worked in Nigeria for 5 years, but I did a few stints in England for roughly about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so
How's the journey been for you?
well, it's been amazing, to be fair. I started working in Nigeria 5 years ago, like I said. Initially, I wanted to go into marketing, and I had an offer from a big firm. You know, so most individuals would go for the big company, but I got a small company offer me a job as well, which was really exciting because I think that's what really propelled me into, you know, my career, because I was able to work on really big brands. And since then, it's been awesome. I worked for 2 more multinationals in Nigeria. One of them I currently work for is a big pharmaceutical company. So it's been a great journey so far.
I mean, I'm looking through your profile here, and I can see about 7 or 8 unbelievable companies that you've passed through. Companies that some of us would be dreaming to, you know, just have a small internship with. What do you think has made it work for you?
Okay, so honestly, I think obviously first of all it's the grace of God, but I also believe that I've been very intentional about my career choices. Right, when I had the choice to join a big agency, I didn't take it because I felt that, you know, working with that company, I wouldn't do a lot. I would just be like an errand girl doing small things. But with this small company, I was able to work for some of the biggest brands. In fact, at that time, I worked on the world's biggest brand, you know, and from there, I was able to network with clients. I was able to do a lot of campaigns. And I think the amazing thing is when you work for a small company, you get the opportunity to actually put your ideas forward. So things that I thought of while I was sleeping, I would go to the MD, I'm like, oh, hey, I have this great idea, and we would share with the client, and we would run with that. So I think that really helped to propel me, you know, working for that small company where we're allowed to really, you know,
express yourself.
Exactly, express yourself, yeah.
Great stuff, well done. Mohammed, you're a pilot,
Yes,
and you're 21.
Yes, 21.
I was saying off air that I'm trying to remember what I was doing at 21. I was probably on strike in school, waiting for my final exam or something, I can't remember. When did you become a pilot?
The journey started in 2013. I was 16 when I started flying, but that was in flight school. And I finished 2016 January. I was 19, and I was able to secure a job about 2-3 months after getting back to Nigeria. So I started flying at commercial jets at 19, yes.
Wow.
At 19.
I know, even you are gasping.
I am floored.
I'm talking about 21. She's even taking it lower to 19.
I still get people that tell me they don't believe I'm 21 now. Yeah. And even then, they used to tell me they didn't believe I was 19 because I was too young to fly them.
Yeah. So it was obviously something you're very passionate about. It's something you always wanted to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right from the age of about 6, if I can remember.
Yeah.
And I went into the cockpit of an airplane, I think it was Nigerian Airways or something. And I just fell in love with how professional it was. Yeah. And ever since then, it has never been the same.
You started at 16, you say, you know, starting to pursue your dream.
Yes.
Was it everything you thought it would be, and how's the journey been up till now?
Not exactly everything I thought it would be. I didn't know it would be as stressful as it is. But then the stress is interesting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a career that, you know, each day you go out to work, you don't know what's going to happen. You go on a flight, and it's just very unpredictable, and I think that makes it very, very interesting. And I think the industry is very big, so that makes it interesting as well. And there are always like new airlines coming in, and things like that.
I want to talk about, you know, the other side of the story now, because it's always nice to tell interesting stories and how the journey has been nice and everything. But young people, there's a lot of young people out there who are probably looking for work or who have jobs they are not happy with, you know. I mean, there are probably moments when you've been at your lowest or when you figure like, you know, I really don't know what I should do next or how to move away from this situation. How do you handle those moments? Saying, I mean, you're doing great, but I'm sure there have been those moments. How do you handle it?
Okay, so I think, and I'll be very honest, last year I had one of those moments because I felt that I wanted to do more with my career. I felt like, because I was doing digital marketing and I wanted to expand and do end-to-end 360 marketing. And so I was looking for another opportunity. Opportunities were not coming. I just felt like I was becoming, you know, more or less redundant in my career. But I spoke to a few mentors, and I think that is very important. As a career person, as a career professional, you need to have mentors, people that really, really have your back, people that will advise you, you know, give you tips. So I spoke to my mentors and I told them, you know, this is what I want to do. I'm feeling really restless, etc. And they just gave me some tips. You know, they said, take some professional exams, network more, just put your ears to the ground. And that's basically, you know, what I did.
Yeah.
Just
So mentorship is very important.
Yeah, mentorship is super important.
Definitely
yeah.
is. With you now, I want to talk about, you know, I mean, people hear about pilots in Nigeria, and the first thing they think, not my child. You know, we have not the best history in aviation in this country. We know, we all know the stories and, you know, how that has gone. I mean, I have friends who say they will never marry pilots just because of that, you know. Yeah. How did family take this? How are you, were you able to handle, you know, psychologically, you know, the stories and all of the incidents that have happened with the industry you work in?
Well, first of all, the first person I told I wanted to be a pilot was my mom. So when I told her, she was like, what, pilot?
Did she pray for you?
No. There are better things to do. You know, she was trying to, because she was scared about it, because she has had a friend who passed away in a plane crash and all that. But other than that, with the plane crashes that happen from time to time and all that, but how I think about it is that even if there's a plane crash and, you know, it's not your time to die, you're not going to die. Yeah. So you can be in bed and you're still going to die. So, and I think it's the safest means of transportation.
It still is, whether we like it or not.
For me, the most dangerous part of my job is driving to the airport. Yeah, I promise you. Because I've had more incidents driving to the airport than actually flying. Yes. Yeah.
Do you find people who come up the cockpit and see you and be like, this small boy? Do you get that sometimes?
I got that.
Because there's a lot of ageism in Nigeria.
Yeah, I got that this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, on my way to where there was this lady that came into the cockpit and she was like, are you the small boy that flew us? And I just laughed and said yes. And she walked away.
Interesting. With you now, just a quick whatever now. The Future Awards, you've been nominated now. Did you expect it? How are you feeling about being nominated?
Okay, so Mohammed and I were talking about this earlier on, and I said that most times when you go for, you know, award ceremonies or you see people speak, you know, they say things like, oh, I never expected it, it was a huge surprise. But honestly, you know, I've been very calculated in my career, but this is not something that I planned. You know, I see the Future Awards every year, and I'm like, wow, these people are amazing. It's not something that I expected.
And the profiles are crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not, I didn't expect to be nominated. It's not something that I had put on my roadmap. So I think it's a huge blessing, very, very excited, and I'm very grateful to the Future Project for, you know, granting me this recognition. Yeah.
Very well deserved, I'm sure. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out also from Mohammed where you were when you got the news and how you feel about it and how confident you're feeling about defeating. I'll see you guys in a minute.
So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just one word.